Injection mold design fundamentals part 3. Cooling system design, cooling channel placement, heat removal efficiency and cycle time optimization. Hello friends, welcome back to plastic industry. Today we are discussing one of the most critical and most underestimated parts of injection molding, mold design. Cooling system design. Let me ask you one question. What if I tell you that even if you design the perfect core, perfect cavity, perfect gate location and perfect runner system, your mold can still fail badly? Yes. Why? Because of poor cooling design. Many mold makers spend weeks designing mold geometry, but they spend very little time optimizing cooling. That is a costly mistake. Why? Because cooling directly affects part quality, cycle time, productivity, dimensional accuracy, warpage, shrinkage, rejection rate, machine efficiency, profitability. In fact, cooling consumes nearly 60% to 80% of the total injection molding cycle time. That means if your cooling system is poor, your production cost automatically increases. A poor cooling design can cause hot spots, uneven shrinkage, warped parts, long cycle times, high rejection rates, low productivity. But a well-designed cooling system can help you reduce cycle time significantly, improve part quality, increase mold life, improve machine utilization, increase profits. Today, in this video, we will deeply understand what is cooling in injection molds, why cooling is critical, how cooling channels are designed, how cooling channels should be placed, what is the heat removal efficiency, how to optimize cycle time, common cooling design mistakes. This video is extremely valuable for mold designers, tool room engineers, injection molding engineers, production managers, plastic processors, entrepreneurs, students entering plastic industry. By the end of this video, you will understand why cooling is the real heart of mold productivity. Hello friends, I am Amit. Welcome to Plastic Industry YouTube channel. Here, we discuss plastic materials, mold design, injection molding, machinery, manufacturing, business opportunities, and sales strategies. If you want practical industry knowledge, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and press that bell icon. Now, let us begin today's topic. Imagine two mold makers, both build identical molds. Same cavity, same steel, same machine, same product. But after production starts, mold maker A gets cycle time of 18 seconds. Mold maker B gets cycle time of 28 seconds. Both are producing the same part. Why such a huge difference? Cooling. One understood heat removal, the other ignored it. Over 1 year, that difference can translate into massive profit or loss. That is the power of cooling design. What is cooling system in a mold? Let us explain. The cooling system removes heat from molten plastic after cavity filling. Molten plastic enters at high temperature, typical melt temperature PP 200 to 250 degrees centigrade, ABS 220 to 280 degrees centigrade, VC 280 to 320 degrees centigrade. But the mold temperature is much lower. Typically 20 to 90 degrees centigrade depends upon the polymer. This temperature difference causes heat transfer. Heat moves from plastic to mold steel to cooling water. Cooling channels help remove the heat efficiently. Why cooling is critical? Cooling affects cycle time, product quality, dimensional stability, warpage, surface finish. Improper cooling causes uneven temperature distribution. This leads to different shrinkage rates in different regions. Example, One side cools faster, other side cools slower. What is the result? Part bends. This is what is warpage. In thin wall parts, cooling becomes even more critical. In thick wall parts, the hot spots become dangerous. Good cooling means uniform cooling. Uniform cooling means stable production. Stable production means profits. So basic principles of cooling design. There are several principles. 1. Channels must be close to heat source. Cooling channels should be placed near cavity and core surfaces. Closer channels improve heat transfer, but too close is dangerous. Why? Steel becomes weak. Leakage risk increases. Generally, channel distance from cavity surface 1.5 to 2 times channel diameter. For example, if channel diameter is 10 mm, distance from cavity surface is 15 to 20 mm. Number 2. Maintain uniform distance. Cooling channels should maintain consistent spacing. This ensures uniform heat removal. Uneven spacing creates hot spots. Use proper channel diameter. Common sizes: 6 mm, 8 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm, 14 mm. Small channels, higher flow resistance. Larger channels, better water flow but require more space. Selection depends on the mold size. Cooling channel placement. This is extremely important. Different products need different layouts. For simple products, straight drilled channels may work. For complex molds, advanced cooling methods are required. Examples: baffles, bubblers, spiral baffles, bubblers, spiral cooling, conformal cooling. For core cooling, the challenge is bigger. Why? Core is usually smaller and deep. Heat accumulates quickly. Common methods: core inserts, bubblers, copper alloy inserts, thermal pins. For cavity cooling, uniform surrounding channels work well. Goal: uniform temperature distributions everywhere. Now, heat removal efficiency. Now let us understand heat removal. Heat removal depends on material thermal conductivity, cooling water flow rate, water temperature, channel placement, steel thickness. Some mold steels conduct heat better than others. Example: beryllium copper removes heat faster than tool steel. Water flow also matters. Slow water flow reduces cooling efficiency. Fast turbulent flow improves heat transfer. Turbulent flow is preferred. Why? Because it improves heat exchange significantly. This improves cycle time. That is why cooling system design is both mechanical design plus thermal engineering. Cycle time optimization. This is where profits are made. Remember, cooling consumes majority of cycle time. Example: cycle breakdown. Filling 2 seconds, packing 3 seconds, cooling 18 seconds, ejection part removal 2 seconds. Total is 25 seconds cycle time. If cooling improves by 4 seconds, new cycle time becomes 21 seconds. Huge production gain. Even 1 second reduction matters. Over millions of parts, this creates massive savings. This is why world-class mold makers focus heavily on cycle time optimization. Common mistakes. Avoid these common mistakes. Poor channel placement, channels too far from the cavity, uneven channel spacing, low water flow, ignoring hot spots, poor core cooling, ignoring thermal analysis, copy-paste cooling layout. Even mold is unique. cooling design must match product geometry. So friends, today what we have learned? We have learned cooling system design, cooling channel placement, heat removal efficiency, cycle time optimization. Remember this, good cooling design does not just cool the mold. It improves quality, reduces defects, improves productivity, and increases profitability. In injection molding, cooling is not a secondary factor. Cooling is a profit driving factor. In our next video, we will discuss ejection system design, ejector pin placement, and safe part removal. Thanks for watching. I am Amit. See you in the next video.